Before the show ends, I'm going to get into Barack Obama's, quote, policy, what he's planning to do to the country. If you're a little listener, no, I'm not saying I was for John McCain. You see, there's more candidates than just the two. We've gotten this problem because the establishment can give you both the choices and control both the choices, who are both New World Order. And I know I keep repeating that. It's just so mindless. I'm not even against Barack Obama. The guy is a puppet. He will run nothing. It's the institutions behind him. It's the policies. Get ready. He's going to bring you a depression, because that's what the New World Order is bringing you. Jack in Las Vegas. You're on the air, Jack. Welcome.
Hey, what's good, bud? It made my day on Friday when you went, I was pretty depressed in that. Obama
will save me. Hold on a second. I've got a group of Obama callers. They're having an Obama appreciation meeting. Obama appreciation, a political meeting just called in from Albuquerque. Hold on, put him back on the line again. Hold on. I got a bunch of neocon followers of mainline right-wing talk radio calling in. Oh, wait a minute. You say you like Sean Hannity. You like people that take Oxycontin, the other talk show host? Wait, who is that there? I'm sorry. Go ahead and make your point, Jack.
No, it's all right. My name's Zach, by the way, but it's all good.
Okay, well, it says Jake on here, or Jack, but we'll call you Billy Bob. Go ahead.
Billy Bob's good. I had a couple questions. I know, it might take a minute or two, but I appreciate you keeping me on the line. First of all, I just want to say, like, the first thing that, like, got me awake was, like, in the entertainment business. Like, people like Paris that you had on Friday, and Immortal Technique, and people like Bill Hicks, that, like, they got me sort of involved, and then I got more and more into it, and I found out about your, like, Scanner Darkling and, like A Walking Life, and it got me into it. But my question that I had for you is, I had two questions. My first question is, I was wondering if, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Hitler, how he might be like a Rothschild, or he's possibly a Freemason. Was he
there was no doubt that Hitler was into the occult, and there was no doubt that his father was born illegitimately out of the Rothschild house. His grandmother was a servant girl in one of the Rothschild's houses, but that's not. Now, the Nazis then tried to cover up his father's birth certificate. They tried to cover up his whole family tree, and so that's where all of that discussion comes from. Good to hear from you, my friend. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to David in California. David, welcome to the airwaves.
Hello, yes.
Thanks for holding. Go ahead.
I was wondering, I've got a couple of questions. To take you off speakerphone for a second.
Obama.
Hey, I was watching Fareed Zakaria today on the CIANN, the news network, and he had a general and a former ISI officer on and interviewing the guy, and the guy says, he mentions, they're talking about, of course, the Indian attack, and he says that it appears to be, and obviously, an intelligence operation. And then I was wondering how far would they go with this.
Well, I know the former head of the Pakistani ISI has already come out saying the West staged this attack to blame it on Pakistan, but go ahead.
Right, exactly.
Oh, he said that on CNN?
He said it on CNN. I couldn't believe it. On Fareed Zakaria, and they didn't edit it, unlike everything else they edited.
Well, you know, that Zakaria guy is actually a Bilderberg Group member, one of the few journalists that is a Bilderberg Group member of the 125 members. Wait a minute, excuse me. On CNN today, yes, they had the former head of ISI. It's the same guy.
Actually, I don't know if it's a head. He was a former ISI officer and a general in the Pakistani army. I didn't get the guy's name.
Well, there's a former head, I've got to pull it up, who said last week that the West staged these attacks and then gave evidence, and now even the Indian media is saying that. That was on CNN. What did the host say?
Okay, well, the host says, basically, please expand, on what you're saying. He goes, well, it appears to be an intelligence operation. Nobody knows really who perpetrated this or organized it. And then he gets into 9/11, and this blew my mind. He actually made the point for 9/11 truth, and they left it in the show. However, What he says, I'm paraphrasing in my memory, he says that it was that 9/11, in his opinion, Fareed Zakaria asks him, well, who in your opinion committed 9/11? He said, well, it appears to be a quote, a neocon Zionist operation planned in America and carried out in America by the same people. And then Fareed Zakaria goes to commercial break, but they have a little piece they insert in, and Fareed says, just so that you guys know, much of what he's saying is false. And he goes to a commercial. It's like, well, you had to add that little footnote.
With no evidence.
Yeah, exactly. And it's unbelievable that they left that in. I only say that because I have posted twice on the Jack Cafferty file back in July, and I think I sent you guys my letter.
Cafferty does the piece with Blitzer every day.
Exactly, right. And Jack Cafferty asked back in July, who do you think would be better at catching Osama bin Laden, McCain or Obama? Please post and blah, blah, blah. So I post in a simple little note, and I know I forwarded this to Aaron at InfoWars. I post, according to Benazir Bhutto on her David Frost interview on November 2nd, and anyone listening can do this search. November 2nd, Frost,
yeah,
Bhutto.
She says bin Laden died, yeah.
He says he was murdered, and we have the man in prison who murdered bin Laden. And so in my post, I said, according to Bhutto, he was killed recently in Pakistan, so don't think anyone's going to catch the guy ever, because let's face it, he's 6 feet under. I said, but just keep on pretending, and our idiocracy will never know the difference. Well, my posting appeared on their blog for about a half an hour, then they deleted me. And I didn't say anything that broke their rules. I didn't promote violence toward anyone.
Look, YouTube, Google censoring my videos, everybody else's, because they're desperate. They're losing all credibility. Listen,
right, and as William Colby said, former director of CIA, the CIA owns anyone of any significance in the major media, and this is 100% true. You do not have to break their rules in order to get deleted, and that's a fact.
I hear you. Listen, do me a favor. Put that together with the Fareed Zakaria program. Write up a blurb and send that to Aaron at Infowars.com or send it to Mike at Infowars.com, and they'll get it to me. But I just can't keep track of all this. No, it's in the Pakistani news. It's in the Indian news. It's in the British news that this looks like it could be a Western operation. So it's not just Alex Jones saying this. And for anybody that turns their nose up at Israel being involved in terror, you've got to have a problem with Haras and Jerusalem Post and a few other of the big Israeli daily papers, because if you Google Israeli fake al-Qaeda groups, you will be on Israeli newspapers. And so if you got a problem with somebody saying that about Israel, have the problem with Israel's own newspapers, because Israel admittedly has been caught staging hundreds of terror attacks against themselves. Now, are there real terrorist attacks? Absolutely. But every time Israel doesn't want a peace deal, or every time they want to try to go after a group, here's the point. UPI reported, when was it? In 2003, that Israel founded Hamas to be a counter to Hezbollah. Hezbollah is Shiite. Hamas is Sunni. It's very sophisticated, folks, and you need to get informed on this like you are on football. We'll be right back.